Hey folks, welcome back. I'm your host, R.R. Slugger, and you read that right. Let's talk about it. For those who don't know, I'm a music teacher by trade, and I typically work 5 days a week from September to June along with the school year. Historically though, I have also worked for the same business in July and August, leading summer camps and teaching private lessons. This summer, however, I've elected to do something different. Something fiscally irresponsible. I've decided to take the summer off from teaching and focus on YouTube full-time. This July and August shall be known as the Summer of Slug 2023, and it'll be a grand experiment. While I have been able to monetize these video projects in the past, up until this point, YouTube has entirely been a hobby for me. Not a job, nothing more. That's gonna change over the next couple of months. As I'll be able to focus my productive efforts 100% towards this channel, you'll likely see the quality and quantity of these videos increase dramatically. Daily videos aren't necessarily a feasible goal, but I've been proud of some of the projects I've produced in just a couple of days of work before. Videos like these demonstrate a rather sound proof of concept, I think. I do want to stress that all of this is temporary. Come September, I return to my teaching role and YouTube once again becomes a hobby. But in the meantime, I'm excited to spend this summer purely working on creative projects, something I haven't been able to do up until this point in my adult life. Since YouTube is becoming my job for the next 2 months, we have to talk about the financial side of things. Relying solely on ad revenue just isn't gonna cut the mustard, so starting today, I'll be launching the Summer of Slug Patreon campaign. While a Patreon page is something many folks have suggested I create in the past, I want to emphasize that this is temporary too. I will not be collecting money from this after the Summer of Slug concludes. Come September, the Patreon closes, whether I have 30 backers or 300. Because of the limited window of this Patreon campaign, the pledge tiers have been set a little bit higher than most others I've seen. This is because the Summer of Slug is ephemeral. It's here for a good time, not a long time. Whether you back the campaign at the Go Slug Me level or the Only Slugs level, the financial help is so greatly appreciated. I really struggled with coming up with Patreon rewards that felt both satisfying but also didn't levy the fear of missing out too greatly. What I settled on was a Summer of Slug Discord server where we can chat directly about upcoming videos, ask Slugger questions, share mocks, or just enjoy each other's company. There may be more opportunities for these folks in time as well. If you cannot join the Patreon campaign, the Summer of Slug should still be a positive experience for you. All of the videos I create for the channel during the summer will be posted here just like always. For an outsider looking in, it should just appear like Slugger has ramped up production, and you can continue to enjoy all of my content absolutely free. I do want to stress that you shouldn't feel pressured into supporting me financially for the reason that I might not have money to buy food or something like that. My partner and I discussed this thoroughly before going in and decided it was a financial risk we could reasonably take. Even if literally 0 people join the Patreon campaign, I should emerge from the other side a happy, healthy slug. If the campaign proves more successful, however, and we all generally have a good time, I could see the Summer of Slug coming back in 2024 and beyond. That remains to be seen though, so I don't want to speculate too much. I really don't know what to expect in the next 2 months. Leaving behind a comfortable source of income and relying solely on the donations of others it's beyond nerve-wracking. I can't help but feel like I'm making a terrible mistake. But it's far too late to turn back now. It's full steam ahead into the Summer of Slug. We interrupt this program to bring you an important news bulletin. Hey, so in the middle of editing this video, something big happened. Something bad. I won't bore you with all the details, but, well, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Mold. A basement full of mold. So much mold that you have to go through a zipper to get down there. What's down there, you might ask? Well, nothing much, just all of my Lego and musical instruments, no biggie. For me, this discovery couldn't have come at a much worse time. I made the decision to quit my summer job all the way back in March, and up until a week ago, everything was smooth sailing. Now, well, this throws a wrench in my plans to say the least. Does it compromise the Summer of Slug, though? No. Thankfully, the bulk of my Lego sets are kept in plastic containers to prevent the collection of dust. Turns out they serve an additional purpose now. Slowly, I will be able to decontaminate them and transport them upstairs into my new work area. Things will be a little bit more claustrophobic than I'd like, but I started this channel in my bedroom, seems only fitting to have to return there again. I'm gonna have to feel it out as I go, but not having access to the bulk of my workspace or resources will change things up for me, that's for sure. But as long as I have a camera, a microphone, and some Lego to put in front of me, the Summer of Slug will march on. Speaking of which, I was planning on announcing this later in July, but I might as well throw this in here too. A surprising number of folks have been requesting that I open up a P.O. box so they can send me stuff. I tried to get it ready for this video, but it's actually proving to be a bit more of an ordeal than I thought. Once it's ready, I'll spread the word. If you've ever wanted to see Slugger take a look at a set before, and you're willing to part with a copy, send it my way. Seeing as I don't have access to the bulk of my sets right now, I can't imagine a better time for this. Also, I wanted to add that if the idea of a Patreon doesn't float your fancy and you still want to help out, I've set up a Ko-fi page for accepting one-time donations. It's a simple site that uses PayPal or Stripe if you have either of those services. Despite this recent massive hurdle, I'm still excited to get the Summer of Slug underway. We're going to be kicking things off soon with an array of videos I've had on the back burner. From then, the world's our oyster. Whether it be in the form of new spur-of-the-moment videos or continuations in a tried-and-true series, the Summer of Slug will hopefully be home to more of the good stuff that brought you to the channel in the first place. Will it lead me to total burnout and withdrawing from the hobby completely? I sure hope not, but only time will tell, I suppose. If you're still with me, thank you so much for watching. If you do decide to head over to the Patreon page and join the Slug Club, no, there's gotta be a better name for that. Yeah, okay, Gastropod Posse. Gastropod Posse. If you do decide to join the Gastroposse, you have my sincere gratitude. Let's make this a Summer of Slug we won't soon forget. Thank you, everyone.